Greetings, it's Reed from Cage Neuro Martial Arts Academy, and this is my Thursday morning live stream. Here in the States, it's going to be Wednesday afternoon, somewhere between 6 and 9 p.m. So we'll give a couple seconds here and see if anyone decides to show up. If not, we'll just get the party started. All right. So, this form and me, I learned this form about last week. So I'm still in the brain fart stage, right? Sometimes forget what comes next, or should I pivot the front leg or the back leg, or whatever. So it is what it is. I'm still learning it. We're going to be walking through it a few times, maybe talking through a few parts and seeing if I can visualize and stuff. So welcome and come along for the ride. And let me swipe that out of the way. There we go. And so the form. Okay, that is the form. Not done at full speed, not done at full power. Just kind of thinking it through. The Hakatsuru forms or white crane forms are very different from your typical karate form. So there's going to be some actions in it that are a little alien to the average karateka who doesn't do white crane. But it's good because it helps you relax and it helps you learn like a whipping type of power where you're using your full body instead of just isolating your muscle. Okay. So I'm gonna go through it a couple more times, maybe even go through some of the, I think my process. Okay, so this time I'm gonna maybe talk through it a little bit and see if I can come up with something. So the opening sequence, you open it out and hooks out like this, which is a common sequence in a white crane or even karate. We talk about the low block. So you take the low block and you hand. It's about hooking and then redirecting and controlling. Or a standard low block, my hand just might slip past it. This has a heat action. You can actually just wrap it over and control. So white crane has hooking sequences that are utilized for like adhering and then grabbing, controlling your opponent. So this is where karate comes into. So the opening sequence, you step out and you do this, and then you have a rolling sequence where you go here, here, here. Now the fast version just goes here, but if you think about it martially, you have the hook and then push. Right? So it depends on preference on how you do that. So opening, 1, 2, 3, and then you have this. And 1, 2, 3. Sorry, my balance is really bad. My leg, and then here. 1, 2, 3. So this here teaches the open and closing of the back or the sternum. You have this 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. So you're contracting and expanding. Think you're cracking a whip. Same like maybe you're doing that kanji. You're coming through here, you're opening up like this. You're 1, 2. And then you have this here, which could be a pull into an elbow, and then a wrapping hooking. 1, 2, hook. And then after you do that 3 times, you're going to have this chicken here. It could be a roll and sponge. Your body is going to go from the bottom up, over exaggerating, it's like away and out like that. You go from here, 1, 2, down here. And from here, you're going to be going into a pecking thing like this. So a parry and a strike, which could be a walking up an arm, going to the neck, a hooking of a hand. And then you do that to the right, to the left, 45, 45, and center. Okay. And then from here, you turn and do this. So I see this as you're generally probably doing an over-under hook and you're throwing some up. But generally turns are throwing. I don't know exactly how it works yet because I haven't worked it with the student, but in my mind, that's what's going on. Okay? And then you go from here, and then you have this sequence where you turn left and right. I do it with my right leg so I can actually do it. My left leg is a little bit off. You have a sequence where you're here, and then you're going to do this. I see this as a push-pull and like a leg sweep. Maybe like a naihanchi type thing where you're doing this type of thing here, but you're here, right? So see that as a leg sweep. Okay? After that, let's see here. We go into a stepping back into like a kusanku type thing. Come down through here, and then you're going to come through here, and you're going to whip up. So, in white crane, they have an exercise where you stand like this, and you do that same type of whipping motion that I talked about with this, but it goes here, and the hands come out like this. You get 1, 2, 1, 2. Same thing we're doing here. Come right here, and scooping, and then you whip it out like this. Think of it as if you're throwing a frisbee, but from here. Okay? 1, 2. So the movement we'll go from here, step 1, 2, 3. And then you have these right neko ashidashis. I think it's passing. And we're doing a shuffle step. And you're going 1, rolling your hand, rolling your hands, and attack. Okay? This could be like a knife hand type sequence. It could be a Godusho knee sequence like this. Any number of things. Okay? I'm working it as limb entanglement. You're engaging, pulling, and controlling a limb. And yeah. After this, you step back. You're in your right cast stance, and you step back into a right cast stance. And you open it up into here. Now, I see this as someone's coming in, and you're stepping back and grabbing and pulling them in, which will set you up for a kick, or in this instance, a strike and clear. I do that 3 times. Do it once, and then they do that here. 1, 2, wipe, and then you do the same thing again. Here, here, here. And the last time, you go from here, and then you turn. So I see this as you're pulling somebody in, and then maybe you got that other over, and you turn this direction, right? Boom, and you come up here and here. Now, this sequence is for me, the trickiest. I have some ideas, and I'm not sure what will work. So we're going to talk maybe a couple through, and then I'll play around with it. So one initial thought is before I was talking about this being like an up and under, like going over under, like for grappling. So it's like a interesting way of maybe doing a pummel, right? So here, 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 here. And then you turn in and you do it the other direction. I'm theoretically to be the under over, and then you'd be like push pulling and then go in this direction. Or it could be a scenario where you're like attacking, striking the face, pulling in, hooking, and maybe coming up and striking here and doing another under over. Thoughts? I don't know if either of those are viable. We will experiment with them and see. And then, let's see here. After this, you just did this, turn 1, 2, 3, step forward, right, into here, and then step back here, and then back. So this would be maybe a grab, push pull here, hooking the hand, and maybe striking underneath the elbow, and then this would be coming back into a break. So someone's coming in, you hook, and you pull and break. Right? You come in further. That's my interpretation of here, 1, 2, and then you have your here. Okay. So visualizing a punch coming in, hooking it, striking underneath, pulling this hand in the wrist, breaking it. You can like play guitar or play music. Okay. And then have your image. Okay. That is my thought process on Hakatsuru ni. Now I'm going to do the form maybe 1 more time or 2 more times, and then we'll wrap it up. Okay? Okay, so that's that. I will get this live on Twitch shortly. It'll be live on there for about a week. And then you can get it on my Patreon or Discord if you're a student. I have a Discord student channel on my Discord. So we'll see you then. Until next time. Okay.